Today I want to go over 5 low light houseplants that you can get and you can put in pretty much any room in your house or apartment and they'll look beautiful and they'll survive. And just to say, this pilea is not one of them. This is just for decoration, gotta put it on the little table here. I know we're moving up in the world. We got a plant on our table now. So let's get right into it. Starting at number 5 is we have the mother-in-law's tongue or the snake plant. This thing can survive pretty much anywhere. The only reason I put it at number 5 is because I personally have a hard time keeping these alive sometimes. Like the one that this one came from, a cat got into it, which it's not my fault, it's the cat's fault. But moving it over, it's still surviving, but I have another one right next to you guys, and that one is slowly dying. I've killed probably 3 or 4 snake plants in my life so far. I have trouble with them. I know a lot of people have a great time with them, and I think they look amazing. Just don't forget about them too much and make sure you fertilize them, and you should be fine. But that's why it's at number 5. It's all good for a lot of people, but sometimes snake plants just don't like you. And some people is me. Then number 4 is on a more positive note. It's my peace lily, right? Or peace lilies in general, not just mine. You can't have mine. This one is actually starting to bloom. You can see here, there's a little flower coming out. It's the beginning of the spring. This one desperately needs some water. As you can see, it's been about 4 days since it's got water. But this sits in my office, and there's one window in there, and it does not get a lot of light, right? It gets a decent amount. That's why you can see the little flower here. But if it gets no light, it's gonna do just fine. It just might not flower, but it will still look amazing. Like the leaves are amazing. I like them, and they complain a little bit when they're not watered. As you can see, they shrink up a little bit. But other than that, you don't even have to think about them. Water them once a week with a little bit of fertilizer in the summer, and you're fine. I didn't fertilize this thing over the winter at all. Watered it once, maybe twice, over the course of a couple weeks, and it's just fine. Look at this. I think it's fine. It's starting to dry out. Get some water, but that's it. So super easy plant. It looks beautiful. And if you want some flowering, it's a good plant to start with. And at number 3, this is debatably one of my favorite plants. It's definitely in the top 5, definitely top 10, but maybe top 5, is this spider plant. This one is a hanging one. You can get these from a lot of like garden stores and stuff. A lot of these will be out in the summertime on like porches and stuff. They do produce little offshoot babies. I don't know if I have anything on this one right now. It doesn't look like it, but it'll give you some little babies and you can propagate those and make more of them. But this one gets watered maybe once every other week or so, or twice a month, and then fertilized monthly in the summer, and then not that much in the wintertime. Just sits in the corner, really doesn't do anything. This one sits on the floor in the corner, doesn't even hang up, and gets very minimal light, especially in the wintertime and the fall and the spring. But this, as you can see, it's doing great. No issues with it. It looks beautiful. In my opinion, it's a light green hue to it, which is awesome. And like I said, it also gives you propagations out of there very easily. You just snip it, throw it in water, and you're good to go. That's why I put it at number 3. It's one of my favorite plants. Easy, forgetful, and it's called the spider plant. So it's cool in my opinion. Then we have number 2 on the list, which is this Raven ZZ. It is a beautiful plant. Top 3 plants for me for sure. You can get the regular ZZ as well. It'll do just fine. But since these have a little bit darker of a leaf, that they don't need as much light, which is a good thing when we're looking for low light plants. This one literally sits in the corner and gets maybe an hour of sun a day, and it barely sees it. It's very indirect light, but it's doing very good, as you can see here. I mean, ZZs are known to grow very slowly and grow in very bad conditions, as in not a lot of light, not a lot of water. So this gets watered maybe once a month or so with a little bit of fertilizer in the summer and the spring, and it's just gonna grow for you, right? I think it looks amazing. You can see all those leaves here, beautiful leaves, these darker colors. It looks amazing. And it definitely is a little bit different of a style of plant compared to like your regular ZZ or your pileas, where it's bright green leaves, which I personally like a lot. I think they look fantastic. But you want a little bit moodier of a plant, maybe for like a darker bedroom or for like your office or something, this is definitely a plant to go with. The dark leaves are beautiful, and they're a little bit more expensive, that is for sure, but you can pretty much put them anywhere you want and they'll be just fine. So that's why it earns number 2 for me. And my favorite low light houseplant is definitely have to be a pothos. This is a marble pothos, but any pothos will do, of course. But I think this looks fantastic. The trouble with variegated ones, if you do that, they need a little bit more light, otherwise they will lose their variegation. So if you do like one of these, like the marble pothos, you can see the top of it has some variegation, but down here it starts to get less and less, and then sees more sun. As you can see, pretty much this thing is sitting in the corner of my office for going on 4 years now, and has not complained once, right? It got a little leggy, that's for sure, but that was my bad. I didn't water it for like 2 months on accident. I was really busy, totally forgot about it. It was neglected. But low light and neglection, makes it on number one for sure. And it's just a beautiful house plant. It also vines. The other ones that I have here don't like vine down or go down at all. So this is a good one for just putting it in the corner. As you can see, this also has a hook on it. So I have a hook in my office, put it right in the corner, water it every couple of weeks, and it does just fine. Putting a little bit of fertilizer in it definitely makes it grow a little bit more. And also, this is one of my favorite plants to propagate, just because it's so easy and I can propagate them and then give them out as well. So I've probably given out 10 to 12 of these plants last year, and then I don't know, this year it'll be a lot because these things grow so fast. You see in the corner right here as well that there's another pothos over there. That one's the mother one. That one's huge. That one gets a lot more light, so it grows a lot faster. But this one definitely grows in low light conditions, very kind of neglectful conditions, you could say. But as you can see, it still looks beautiful. Still have that variegation up here from the marble pothos, and that's why it's number one for me. This is probably one of my favorite plants. One or two for sure. It's right up there with the Raven ZZ. It is just a spectacular plant, and you just can't go wrong with it. And they're super cheap, right? I think this big basket cost me $20 or something like that. You can get those 4-inch pots for $7 or $8, sometimes even less, maybe $5 or $6. It really depends, but super cheap, very affordable plants, and you can keep propagating them and just have more and more and more and more. And since they don't take up a lot of light, you kind of put them wherever you want and they'll grow just fine. So this is my 2026 list of low light plants that you can put anywhere in the house. We have a snake plant, the peace lily, the spider plant, the Raven ZZ, and any type of pothos, but I have a marble pothos. Favorite plants out there, super easy, super neglectful, call them low maintenance, call them low light, whatever you want. I call them low light because the peace lily definitely needs a little bit of love here and there, about a weekly, bi-weekly watering for sure. But other than that, put these anywhere in your house and they'll be just fine. As long as they can just see the outdoors a little bit and get a little bit of sun, they'll be fine.